The IELTS test explained in 5 minutes. Most IELTS candidates don't lose marks because of their English. They lose marks because they don't know what's coming next. Have you ever finished an IELTS test and thought, that was completely different from what I expected? The truth is that the IELTS test is very predictable. The format stays the same, the question types are familiar, and the examiner follows a clear structure. Students often lose marks not because their English is bad, but because they panic. Today I'll explain exactly what happens in every part of the IELTS exam so that you walk into the test feeling prepared and confident. IELTS Speaking. The speaking test lasts around 11 to 14 minutes and is divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is about familiar topics such as your hometown, work, studies, hobbies, food, technology, and daily routines. The examiner is checking whether you can communicate naturally. Part 2 is the long turn. You receive a topic card and have 1 minute to prepare. Write keywords, not full sentences, then speak for up to 2 minutes. Part 3 is a discussion. The examiner asks broader questions connected to Part 2. Many students give short answers here, but this is your chance to demonstrate higher-level English. Common mistakes: memorized answers, one-sentence responses, speaking too quickly, panicking during Part 2. Remember, the examiner wants to hear your English, not perfect ideas. IELTS Listening. The listening test contains 40 questions divided into 4 sections. Section 1 is usually an everyday conversation. Section 2 is one person speaking or a monologue. Section 3 is an academic discussion. Section 4 is an academic lecture. The recording is played once only. Common traps include word limits, singular versus plural nouns, similar sounding words, distractors where a speaker changes their answer. Before each section begins, read the questions carefully and predict the type of answer required. IELTS Reading. The reading test lasts 60 minutes and contains 40 questions. Academic IELTS includes 3 long academic passages. General IELTS contains workplace and everyday texts as well as longer passages. Popular question types include true, false, not given, matching headings, multiple choice, summary completion, sentence completion. One of the biggest mistakes is spending too much time on difficult questions. If you are stuck, move on and return later. Skimming and scanning are essential skills. Do not read every word of every passage. IELTS Writing. Writing contains 2 tasks. Academic Task 1 requires you to describe visual information such as graphs, charts, maps, or processes. General Task 1 requires you to write a letter. Task 2 is an essay and carries more marks than Task 1. Recommended timing: Task 1, 20 minutes. Task 2, 40 minutes. Common mistakes: writing too few words, spending too long on Task 1, poor paragraphing, limited vocabulary, weak examples. A clear, well-organized essay often scores better than a complicated essay full of mistakes. Test day tips: arrive early. Bring the correct identification, usually the same identification you registered with, and know where your test center is located. Before the exam, sleep well, eat something light, arrive early, stay calm. During the test, listen carefully to instructions. Manage your time. Do not panic if you make a mistake. Keep moving forward. Finally, the IELTS exam is not designed to surprise you. If you know the format, the timing, the question types, the common mistakes, you will already have an advantage over many candidates. Confidence comes from preparation. Learn the test before you take the test. For more Band 7+ tips, speaking advice, and IELTS strategies, subscribe to IELTS with Ferhan.